Hello and welcome to Uncovering New Business Opportunities with Amplify. My name is Vince Padua, and I head up the Platform Innovation and Technology team here at Axway. Let's get going with the presentation. Our customers want to go beyond just digital transformation, beyond the efforts of efficiency and agility to improve existing application and improve existing infrastructure. They want to leverage the opportunity of digital transformation for projects around innovation, differentiation, and ultimately new business opportunities, which is the subject of our presentation today. To do so, we think businesses have to behave and think differently. That to uncover these new business opportunities, they must focus on connectivity and integration, not just in the enterprise, but across and outside an enterprise, across businesses, across customers, and across a much broader and wider ecosystem. So our agenda for this presentation is to talk about why new business opportunities, how to go about growing the size of your addressable market, what problems and barriers exist in growing your available market, and what approaches and opportunities you can leverage in an effort to go beyond agility and efficiency to focusing on innovation and true market growth. It's no surprise what every business wants. They all want to move up and to the right, whether that's revenue or profitability. We all want to see growth, not just in terms of our ability to reduce operating expenses, but how do we grow top line? How do we grow overall profitability such that our business can find new areas of opportunity and growth, as well as increasing the value for its end users and customers. But to do so is also a challenge. These challenges cross a host of areas that businesses must deal with, whether it's trying to figure out a way to create a new product or new service, how to go about integrating with partners, providing better experiences with an existing offering, or finding a way to increase the value of an existing offering, or how do you leverage interaction and data from your existing customers or partners to drive new insights and new opportunities for your business moving forward. Well, first, let's talk about what businesses participate in today. There's an available market, there's an addressable market, and there's an overall target market. Each of these areas get smaller the more you go from the outside to the end, and ultimately businesses seek to find ways of growing their addressable market and their target market in ways that we'll show in this presentation. So expanding your target and addressable markets, there are several factors. A couple of them around product and solution improvements, as well as around go-to-market improvements, which could be increasing the overall experience or finding adjacent markets or through true innovation. All of these are levers and or opportunities that business can explore as they look to grow their overall addressable market and target size. However, there are challenges. On the IT side, there are a series of issues that inhibit expansion and the creation of new opportunities. One is around existing customers and target markets typically rely on legacy applications, or oftentimes it's also difficult to get analytics and insights from these existing legacy applications because they're in their own silos. Data is kept in an area that's difficult to harness, and integrity becomes an issue with respect to knowing where the data is coming from, the ability to federate it, the ability to cleanse it, and make it available and actionable to businesses. Furthermore, integration is a massive barrier, whether it's integration between the front end and the back end, or integration across partners because of there being different protocols or being different messaging formats or different connectivity paradigms. And so to go beyond where a business is today, to find the expansion opportunities, to find the growth opportunities, oftentimes IT is a significant inhibitor. And let's talk about how we move forward in addressing some of those issues. So let's look at the first challenge around delivering a better experience with an existing product. This is a scenario where you have an existing offering in the market and you're looking to try to figure out a way to improve on the customer experience and to leverage work that had already been done now in a new channel. So a scenario may look like this. where you have an existing back-end application and you've generated and created a front-end application via a web service. But you now see growth in your customers adopting mobile or tablet-based applications, and they're now seeking to go beyond just the web into these new capabilities and services on mobile and tablet devices. So what do? Well, you've got to deal with the challenges of extending that application, that back-end application, making it available and accessible to tablet and mobile applications, supporting multiple operating system versions across Android and Apple, as well as being able to certainly understand the usage patterns or the analytics of how people are using your application, along with having a set of back-end mobile services that enable a more cohesive experience that customers expect today around push notification, email, social capabilities, etc. So to do so, you need a solution that enables you to not only just build, design, and deploy APIs, but also to have a capability that allows you to write once and run anywhere. The ability to write a mobile application, whether it be visually or directly in code, and be able to deploy it across a host of operating systems like iOS and Android, and then also have back-end analytics and device-level analytics that can give you the insights and the services necessary to drive that holistic experience that your customers need. So you can go from just being a single channel to now having multiple channels and multiple interaction paradigms. So the ability to extend the customer experience from what was an original product via the web to now being available on multiple devices and multiple entry points. The second area that we'll talk about is increasing value of an existing product. Stop, let's start that again. The next area we'll talk about is you have an existing product, but the value of it is decreasing, and the amount of customer engagement is also decreasing. So how do you go about extending what is now a product that is in decline to figuring out a way to enhance it and add additional value? Oftentimes, what we see with our customers is that you have the scenario where the existing application, whether it be a web application or mobile application, as we talked about in the first scenario, is now in decline, but it could be enhanced or enriched by bringing in additional data or additional services from another back-end application. So a way that that can be solved, that we offer through Actually Amplify, is to open up more of the back-end systems and be able to integrate with them through a series of different connectors or the ability to build your own integration patterns through our different platform technologies, such that you can now go from what was a series of applications at the edge with your customers where they were pulling data or information from backend systems to now being enhanced to provide more information or more data either at the hands of the customers or being able to integrate backend systems so that you have a better understanding of the customer so that over time you can add more and more value. Now our third area is to talk about how to create a new product to address an unmet need. And the scenarios here, or the challenges here, talk about weak culture of innovation or little room for flexibility and discouraged risk-taking. What that means is oftentimes we see in a lot of environments with our customers is they have teams or individuals that operate and behave in silos. That picture will look oftentimes a lot like this, where extending upon the scenario that we've been working through in this presentation, you have the individual who built the web application, you have a team that built the mobile applications, and you have the team that built the backend integration. And they're all working individually or as teams in their own silos. But now you're faced with this scenario where you have your end experiences or your end user applications. You now have a partner on the right-hand side who is offering up their own experiences, but they're now offering it through mobile devices and or connected cars. And the unmet need or the unmet demand is a scenario where you'd like to bring these two worlds together, working in concert with your partner such that you have shared back-end data and services, as well as a shared experience at the edge to meet your growing customer demands. Well, to do so, the first thing you need to do is get your team on the left-hand side here all on the same page so that they're working as a team from a consistent set of capabilities, a consistent set of technologies and services such that they can scale dynamically as the market and demands are required. To do so, what you can do is you can expose the backend services, as we've talked about, as a set of APIs to create an ecosystem, an internal ecosystem, across your own developers and across your own engineers and your own architects, such that you are now working from a single set of function and a single set of capabilities, whereby the back-end systems are abstracted and the teams can focus purely on the overall experience so that it's consistent and best served the user's needs. And once you have that portal policy, security, and governance layer in place, you can begin to extend it. This is an area that for us looks a lot like an API management solution, or we start to move into areas around hybrid integration, whereby that central governance layer around policy, portal, and security can now be extended into a third-party partnership with suppliers or others in your ecosystem that are also addressing an opportunity that you feel can be shared to address a set of unmet demands, such that now not only is your third party also leveraging your backend systems, but conversely, your individuals on your side can also be leveraging their backend systems through a shared set of APIs or a shared portal of APIs so they can focus on their users and their end-to-end experiences. Also on the backend, we can talk about how our backend systems within a partnership with a company, whether it's through B2B level integration, EDI level integration, the more robust and secured where we want to keep data on the ground or purely between enterprises and not moving to the cloud, we can do so through our offerings that we had today around B2B, EDI, and MFT level type engagement and integration patterns. But all of those then can be surfaced up through a central governance and API management layer, such that not only can your enterprise and your customers benefit from those shared backend data services, but those of your partners and your ecosystem can do so as well. So before using Axway Amplify, we showed you the picture around available market, addressable market, and target market. But with Amplify, we believe we enable a business to integrate and automate new business opportunities, whether it's inside their four walls or across a supply chain, where we enable integration in an engagement approach that delivers unprecedented performance, innovation, and compliance. And again, it can be in your traditional B2B level integration and or through a more modern API-driven level integration where it can be done kind of point-to-point or business-to-business or even ground-to-cloud and done so and delivered in a hybrid fashion. And we think we do this unlike your traditional or your well-known cloud-only vendors, one-off vendors, and or highly customized integration solutions that are often brittle or too light or poorly configured for our end-user needs. Thus, we think we have a scenario with Axway Amplify where you can go on the left-hand side from your existing addressable and target markets all the way to an expanded addressable and target market where you can deal with increasing the value of existing offers, finding the ability to enhance existing offers beyond just single channel, but into additional, Thus, after using Axway Amplify, we now can move you from the left-hand side where you had your original addressable and target market to the right-hand side where your addressable and target market has grown or expanded, all based upon the ability to certainly create new innovations, but find additional routes or engagement points from an existing product into new markets, as well as extending the value of existing offerings and products by leveraging additional backend systems, by opening them up further and making them more available to your teams and to your partners to co-create and deliver shared client value. Overall, enabling you to increase your addressable and target market or your complete business opportunity. Thank you for your time and attention. We appreciate it.